If you're sick and tired of the feeling that you feel when you get out, when you strike out, when you get thrown out, when you miss a fly ball, when you miss a ground ball, when you lose a game, then you have one of two solutions. You can either get really good at accepting failure and rolling with the punches and getting used to the feeling of losing, getting out, striking out, and just getting numb to that feeling, right? Not letting it affect you and just kind of being like a monk, right? Just meditative, everything is cool, I'm happy, we're just having fun, it's all good, I don't care about getting out or getting a hit, right? The feelings are similar. Or this is my preferred approach, actually learn how to have more success, right? But because if you have more success, you're going to inherently have less failure. You'll have less times where you're feeling crappy, feeling embarrassed, wanting to quit, not wanting to play anymore. So today I want to outline the strategy to give yourself the best possible chances of having more success on the field, right? Because if we want to have more success, then we need to have like a really good strategy in place. We can't just like wing it or even just like do endless practice for practice sake, right? We need to have a more intelligent design to our strategy to really ensure and guarantee that we start having more success. Okay, so first we need to outline all of the categories of athleticism that we need to develop in order to give ourselves the best chance at becoming a better athlete, right? A better baseball player. What are all these things that I need to actually worry about? Like, what am I even doing? What do I even need to do? Okay, so at the base level of the pyramid, we're going to put mobility because something that is unique to baseball players, that they're really athletes, but baseball players especially, is their ability to rotate, right? They need to have robust mobility. Okay, so we're going to call the first category mobility. The second category is a sister to that, which is flexibility, right? Flexibility has to do more with the muscles. Mobility has to do with the joints and the bones. So we're going to classify them as separate. The next is strength, right? You actually need to have strength and muscle mass. We can put nutrition right underneath that. But we're also going to put power underneath those as well and kind of subclass them, as strength is really, you know, how much weight can you lift. Power is how fast can you move the weight. So speed, right? Power, speed, same thing. A lot of you might say agility, not quite. That's, yes, you need to be quick and make a move quickly, but that can also be in the power category. Speed, power, agility are pretty much the same thing. So we're going to just call that. Power, next is going to be endurance. More so from a long season approach, right? How many baseball games do major leaguers have to play in a whole year, right? A lot. So you have to have good endurance, be able to recovery. So we'll call endurance recovery as well. And now we get into the more baseball specific things. So we're going to go throwing mechanics. You need to have a good understanding of mechanics from the throwing perspective. How do you throw a ball? Do you just do it naturally, or do you want to learn more about it to get the most out of it? If you're not incredibly tall or really heavy set, then you more than likely need to really optimize your mechanical sequence and learn how to get the most out of your body. Hitting mechanics. Running mechanics. Fielding. Not so mechanical, more or less hand-eye coordination based. So we're going to go fielding, hand-eye coordination. Fielding and accuracy, we would throw into the throwing accuracy, fielding, and even just hitting the ball accuracy, all hand-eye coordination based things. So catching, throwing accuracy, hitting the ball accuracy, hand-eye coordination, so we're going to put that as a whole category as itself. And then the last thing is really just having testing criteria. How do you measure your progress within all of these categories, right? That's a really important part of this, is to actually have a measuring stick for your progress, where you start, where you are next week, next month, next year. So you have to actually have a whole class of knowledge of how to accurately test these things. So I want you to take a second and pause this video and write down these categories, and I want you to grade your current strategies within these categories. You are to honestly grade on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being exceptional, making so much progress, my body feels insane with all of these, my mind feels, I can't learn anything new, I'm perfect, I'm going to the MLB, no question. That's a 10 out of 10. Anything below that is questions. I still have questions. It's not actually working as well. I don't know how to measure things. I don't know all of the things I should be doing. Those are those numbers. Okay, cool. So for 1 through 11, you are to grade your understanding of these things. You know them like the back of your hand, exactly what you need to do. In fact, you're an expert in these things. Not only do you know what to do, you can teach them. That's how well you know. And that's how well versed you are in these categories. You're an expert in all 11 of these categories. Now that you have your grades, if you're anywhere not at a 10 out of 10 with all of them, then unfortunately you have work to do and time that you need to invest into these subjects. So you have two options at this point. You either continue to enhance your understanding of what you need to do in these categories, or you just keep doing the 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 strategies that you currently have in place, right? It's like two roads, right? Road 1, keep doing what I'm doing and hope this like 7 out of 10 gets me where I want to go, or I keep diving into the literature. I keep actually learning about what to do. Not enough players are trying to learn about the science of athleticism. Right? It's only till when I got kicked out of baseball did I have to go learn why I got hurt, why I never actually made progress, and I actually got a degree in exercise science. And I'm here to really tell you that it's semi-complicated, but not as complicated as you might think. You just need somewhere that really gives you all the information. And that's what the baseball training school does. It really organizes this, all 11 of these categories is for you. I hand it to you. I'm handing you this information, and I'm telling you that I've gotten progress with it. I've had a lot of athletes have success with it, and you could sign up for free today. So the link is down below, and if you want to start having more success in baseball, you need to first write down, what is baseball? How do I get better at baseball? What are the categories of things that I need to work on in order to get better at baseball? Okay, cool. You have the categories. You then grade yourself, your current strategies within those categories. If it's not a high score, then you need to go acquire new information to make those scores higher so that you have better and more effective training strategies, right? And the tests establish where you are within the category, and then your job is to improve the numbers of the tests. That's it. That's how you actually know you're getting better, right? So wrapping this all up, if you're failing on the field because you're not performing well, right? You're getting too many strikeouts. Your batting average is low, right? All these numbers that tell you whether you're doing good or not, right? If you're still getting upset and you're doing really good on the field, then you should probably go see a therapist because you have anger issues. Then you really can't control then you really can't control your emotions. But if you're having emotional reactions because you're playing poor, it's not a mental skills problem, it's a performance problem. Right? You're just not playing well. You just stink. So you need to simplify the game, and you need better training strategies. You actually need to treat this like a job or like a school subject and get serious about what you're trying to do. So link below. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next video.